Hello again. I want to tell you about something that started as a noise, just a harmless, distant sound, easy to ignore, but it grew, changed, became something that made me question what I knew about sound and silence. It all began last winter, a few weeks before the holidays. I had just moved into a new apartment. Cheap rent, quiet neighborhood. Only one neighbor across the hall. I was grateful. After a rough year, silence was exactly what I needed. Or so I thought. The building was old, but solid. Thick brick walls. Heavy doors. The kind of place where even your own footsteps sounded distant. The first few days were uneventful. Unpacking, adjusting, sleeping in a new bed that didn't quite feel mine yet. But on the fifth night, I heard it. It was around 2:30 a.m. when I woke up, not to a loud noise, but to its absence. The kind of silence that pushes on your ears like pressure underwater. Then, through that heavy stillness came a faint sound. Tick, like a clock, but slower and wrong. Tick, tick. It seemed to be coming from the hallway, not outside the door, but just beyond the walls, deep in the structure of the building. I dismissed it as plumbing, old pipes. I went back to sleep. The next night it returned. Same time, same silence. But this time I noticed something strange. The ticking wasn't constant. It would start, then pause, as if listening. Sometimes it changed direction, moving from wall to floor to ceiling. I pressed my ear to the wall. Nothing. But the moment I stepped away, tick, 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 closer, more deliberate. By the end of the week, I couldn't ignore it anymore. I told myself I'd get used to it, that it was just part of the building's character. But part of me already knew something was off, because sometimes the ticking would stop completely, and I'd hear breathing. One night, I decided to record it. I set up my phone, hit record, and left it on my nightstand. I fell asleep to the ticking. Sometime in the night, it stopped, and I drifted into uneasy dreams. The next morning, I listened back. Most of it was normal. Light snores, shifting in bed, creaking wood. But at exactly 2:34 a.m., the audio changed. The ticking was there, faint like always. Then a pause. And then something I hadn't heard during the night. A voice, whispering, so low I had to turn the volume to max. It said, "It's almost ready." And then silence, until my own voice, captured by the mic, whispering in response. I know, but I swear I didn't say that. I played the recording over and over, trying to convince myself it was just sleep talking. But the voice that answered didn't sound like me. It sounded like someone trying to sound like me. I threw the phone across the room. Things got worse quickly after that. A few days later, I came home from work to find my bathroom mirror covered in steam, but I hadn't used hot water all day. In the fog, there was a word written with a finger. Listen. That night, the ticking started again, but this time it was inside my room. I sat up, scanning the darkness. It was louder now, no longer subtle. It came from behind the closet door. Tick, tick, tick. I opened it. Nothing. I turned around and froze. In the mirror across the room, the closet was still open, but now a figure stood inside, motionless, head slightly tilted. But not me. I turned back toward the closet, empty, looked at the mirror again. Figure gone. That's when I realized the ticking was no longer a sound. It was inside my head. The following day, I did everything I could to get out. I packed a bag, booked a hotel, and told myself I'd deal with the lease later. I grabbed my keys, but the front door wouldn't open. Deadbolt turned fine. Handle worked, but the door wouldn't move, like it was sealed shut by something stronger than wood or steel. Then the ticking started again from the door itself. Tick, tick, tick. Each sound vibrated through the metal, like something was pressing from the other side. I backed away. The lights flickered. Then everything went dark. In total darkness, I heard the whisper again. It's ready. And then silence. I don't know how long I stood there, frozen. Eventually the lights returned. The door opened like nothing had happened. I left without looking back. I never returned. A week later, I got a call from the landlord. He asked if I'd been back. Said the neighbor across the hall reported noises. Whispers, scratching from inside my apartment. I told him I hadn't. I asked who lived in the unit before me. He went quiet. Then he said, "No one. It's been vacant since last winter. The last tenant, well, she left in a hurry too. Left a note saying, 'It's almost ready.'" I hung up, deleted the call, changed my number. But some nights when I close my eyes, I still hear it. Not ticking anymore. Now it's knocking. And that's where our story ends. Sleep well if you can. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell, because the next story might already be whispering your name.